Sam Poo Kong, also known as Gedung Batu Temple, is the oldest Chinese temple in Semarang, Central Java, Indonesia. Originally established by the Chinese Muslim explorer Zheng He, it is now shared by Indonesians of multiple religious denominations, including Muslims and Buddhists. The temple is located on Simongan Street, West Semarang. The building covers an area of 1,020 square meters and is influenced by both Chinese and Javanese 14th century architectural styles. The temple is painted with a magnificent red color and crowned with a triple-layered pagoda-style roof, typical of East Asian culture. The surrounding area is thick with incense smoke, giving the feel of being in China itself.
The foundations of Sam Poo Kong were set when Chinese Muslim explorer Admiral Zheng He arrived in the western part of what is now Semarang via the Garang River. The year is disputed, with suggestions ranging from 1400 to 1416. After disembarking from his ships, Zheng found a cave in the rocky hillside and used it for prayer. He established a small temple before leaving Java, but having grown fond of the area, his deputy Wang Jing and several crewmen remained behind. A statue of Zheng was installed in the cave. The original temple was reportedly destroyed in 1704, collapsing under a landslide. In October 1724, the temple was completely renovated. A new cave was also made, located next to the old one.
In the middle of the 1800s, Sam Poo Kong was owned by Mr. Johannes, a landlord of Jewish descent, who charged devotees for the right to pray at the temple. Unable to pay individual fees, the Chinese community spent 1,000 gulden yearly to keep the temple open. This was later reduced to 500 gulden after worshippers complained of the expense. As this was still a heavy burden, devotees abandoned Sam Poo Kong and found a statue of Zheng He to bring to Taikaxi Temple, 5 kilometers away where they could pray freely. In 1879, Oi Jising, a prominent local businessman, bought the Sam Poo Kong complex and made its use free of charge. In response, local Chinese celebrated by holding a carnival and began returning to Sam Poo Kong. The temple's ownership was transferred to the recently founded Sam Poo Kong Foundation in 1924.
The temple received another full renovation in 1937. After the Japanese invasion of the Indies, the Japanese command installed electricity and provided the temple with a framed written appraisal for Zheng He. During 5 years of revolution, after the Japanese left the newly independent Indonesia, the temple was poorly maintained and fell into disrepair. In 1950, Sam Poo Kong was again renovated. However, beginning in 1960s, increased political instability led to its being neglected again. From 2002 to 2005, it underwent another major renovation. Every lunar year, on the 13th day of the 6th month, is the anniversary of Zheng He's arrival in Semarang. Chinese Indonesians bury statues of Zheng He, Lao In, and Tioke from Taikaxi to Sam Poo Kong. Started after Sam Poo Kong again became free to use. The carnival is meant to show respect to the explorers.